ونستعين بالله. إن الحمد لله تعالى نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونشكره ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وصفينا وقرة أعيننا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وعلى أزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وعلى التابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وعنا معهم بعفوك وجودك وكرمك يا أكرم الأكرمين يا رب العالمين. My dear brothers, I want you to enjoy today listening to the educational aspects of Hajj. We have always talked about Hajj as being a pillar of Islam, and it is true. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, Bunya al-Islam ala khams, Islam has been built upon 5 pillars, and he listed Hajj as being one of those pillars. But I want you to listen today to the Hajj from a different perspective. I want you to listen to the story of the Hajj, where Allah has ordered us to do Hajj in this particular manner, with these rituals, in the way that Allah has ordered us to do. I want you to reflect about all the lessons that are to be learned from the Hajj. And it is certainly one of the great pillars of the Islam. And Allah He said, وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. Thus, and whoever venerates the commands of Allah, it is certainly from the taqwa of the qulub. It's certainly from the fear in Allah. So I want you to listen to the story of the Hajj that has started with Abu al-Anbiya Ibrahim alayhi salam. That has started with this prophet and messenger that Allah has described as وَاتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا. And Allah has taken Ibrahim as an intimate friend. And what a status to have. I want you to listen to the story of the Hajj, but reflect about it. How to embed the different aspects of it in our own life. How to live the story of the Hajj in every single day, in every moment of our life. The story of the Hajj that I'm going to narrate is around 3 things. It's around the submission to Allah. No matter whether you understand the reason, no matter whether you understand the wisdom, no matter whether you understand why you are submitting, but you are submitting. And that's the story of Ibrahim. We will see how Ibrahim has submitted to Allah fully. Sometimes without understanding the reason. Sometimes without knowing why Allah has ordered him to do that in that particular manner. The second one that the story of Hajj turns around is the story of trial. Hajj is a story of trial. We will see how many trials Ibrahim has faced in his life. We will see how many rejections he has faced in his life. Rejection upon rejection, trial upon trial. And the third one is the story of the dua. It's the story of asking Allah, having that trust in Him, that whatever you are going to ask is going to happen. You don't know how, but you know that it's going to happen. And all of these 3, we will see them in the story of Ibrahim. Maybe not only in this speech, as I told the brothers in the first khutbah, we will have exactly the same khutbah, the continuity of this khutbah in the prayer of the Eid. Just because the lessons are so much important to be learned, to be taught, to be safe and re-safe, to be embedded within our lives. The story of the Hajj is the story of Ibrahim, the story of the salvation of a prophet called Ibrahim. Ibrahim, he was born in a context that do not necessarily worship Allah. In a context that takes gods, deities with Allah. They turn to their gods, they turn to their deities. They turn to their, whatever they were thinking as their lords. But Ibrahim, since his birth, he knew that there was only one Allah. There was only one God. And he turned to this God since his young age. He rejected his family. He rejected whatever his tribe was doing, whatever his community was doing. And he went against the norms of his time. Ibrahim, since his birth, he found himself in this context, full of shirk, full of association to Allah Azza wa Jal. So, with his own community, he called them to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. He called them tirelessly to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. But they didn't respond to him. So, what he did is he destroyed their deity, their gods. He destroyed their gods, and they knew it was certainly Ibrahim because he was the only one who was not on the same path as they were. He was the only one who was rejecting whatever they were doing as wrong. And they turned to Ibrahim. قالوا من فعل هذا بآلهتنا يا إبراهيم. Whoever has done this, whoever has destroyed our gods. Ibrahim, when he destroyed their gods, he has left one of them, the biggest one amongst them, he left it undestroyed. He said, قال بل فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم كانوا ينطقون. And he had a wisdom in doing so. He said it was this, the biggest amongst them who has done it. Ask them if only they can respond to you. They knew. قال ما فعله كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم كانوا ينطقون فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم فقالوا إنكم أنتم الظالمون. They knew. They reflected upon it. And they knew it was wrong. They knew it was that God that Ibrahim had left. They knew that it cannot bring harm to any other God or to themselves. فَرَجَعُوا إِلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّكُمْ أَنْتُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. We certainly are unjust. But وَجَحَدُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا. They said, but they went on in their desire to bring down Ibrahim. Bring down that young boy who is rejecting their gods, who is threatening their worship. And they brought him. قالوا فأتوا به على أعين الناس لعلهم يشهدون. Bring him in front of everybody so that everybody can be witness to the situation. قالوا أأنت فعلت هذا لآلهتنا يا إبراهيم? Is it you who has done this to our gods? قال بل فعلوا كبيرهم هذا فاسألوهم كانوا ينطقون فرجعوا إلى أنفسهم وقالوا إنكم أنتم الظالمون ثم نكسوا على رؤوسهم لقد علمتم هؤلاء ينطقون. Whatever they had said next is قالوا حرقوه. Put him into fire. Throw him into the fire. وَانْصُرُوا آلِهَتَكُمْ, so that your gods will be happy about the act. قُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. Allah Azza wa Jalla has made the fire coolness on Ibrahim. They threw him on the fire. But Allah Azza wa Jalla has decided that the fire is only going to be coolness on Ibrahim. This is the first story of this trial. Trial in the fact that he's rejecting whatever they were doing. He's rejecting their norms. He goes against every single aspect of their tribe. They only know that, and the only thing that was accepted amongst themselves is that we are going to worship our gods. But Ibrahim, he turned to Allah Azza wa Jalla. He turns to the one who created him. الذي خلقني فهو يهدين والذي يطعمني ويسقين. The one who sustains me, the one who created me, the one who guided me. He had that certainty that he is going to turn to this Allah Azza wa Jalla, to Allah Azza wa Jalla, in the same way as they should turn to this Allah Azza wa Jalla, to Allah Azza wa Jalla. This is the first story. This is the first trial that Ibrahim has faced in his life. The second trial is with his own family. Being rejected by the community is something, but being rejected by your own family is another. Ibrahim, he has called his father Ya Abati. And he has called him with the kindest of words. He has called him Ya Abati, inni qad ja'ani min al-'ilm ma lam ya'ti fattabi'ni ahdika siratan sawiyya. My father. Every time repeating to him this word so that he attracts his heart, so that he can get hold of his heart. Ya Abati, inni qad ja'ani min al-'ilm. I have been given knowledge that you haven't. Fattabi'ni, follow me, I will guide you to the right path. يا أبتي لا تعبد الشيطان. Do not worship الشيطان. إن الشيطان كان للرحمن عصيا. يا أبتي إني أخاف أن يمسك عذاب من الرحمن. He is trying to get hold of the heart of his father. إني أخاف. I really fear that Allah will touch you with a harm and you will be one of the allies of the shaitan. Ibrahim on a tone and his father on another one. Ibrahim seeking to get hold of the heart of his father. seeking to bring him to the right path with every single way and by every mean he can have. He used all kind words. He showed him the truth from the falsehood. But Allah Azza wa Jalla only guides whoever He wants. إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ. You do not guide. What you have to do is to make the call. But Allah Azza wa Jalla guides whoever He wants. The rejection that he faced and the trial that he faced is when his father responded to him. قَالَ أَرَاغِبٌ أَنْتَ عَنْ آلِهَتِي. The only word he had with him, the only response he got from his father is, do you reject my gods? أَرَاغِبٌ أَنْتَ عَنْ آلِهَتِي. Not even, oh my son, in the same way as his son was addressing him, oh my father, every time. قال أراغب أنت عن آلهتي يا إبراهيم لئن لم تنتهي لأرجمنك وأهجرني مليا. Oh Ibrahim, if you don't stop what you are saying, if you don't stop approaching me in this manner, you will be rejected. And you will be لأرجمنك, stoned. This is the story of Ibrahim. This is the trial that Ibrahim has faced in his life. So, embed this in your life whenever you are facing rejection, whenever people do not agree with whatever you are doing because you are on the right path, because you are doing that Allah has ordered you to do, because you are applying what Allah has prescribed on you. You might face rejection, and you will. أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. Do people think that they will say, we believe and we are not going to test them, we are not going to put them into trial? وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Many people before us, many people before this community, many communities before, they have faced the same trial. فَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَا يَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. And that's how Allah Azza wa Jalla distinguishes between those who truly are on the right path. Those who truly say believe, they don't only say it by their tongues, but they say it by their heart. And those who are just saying it by words, and whatever bad mistake comes to them, they will just leave off their religion. This is the story of Ibrahim, the story of the trial. As I say, I will inshallah continue on the same topic. I want to show you that the story of Hajj is also the story of submission. Sometimes you will not understand the acts that you are doing. Sometimes you will not know the wisdom behind what you are doing. But it doesn't mean that you are not going to do it. When Allah orders us to do something, إِنَّمَا كَانَ قَوْلَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذَا دُعُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ لِيَحْكُمَ بَيْنَهُمْ أَن يَقُولُوا سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. The believers, the true believers, when Allah decides and His Prophet decides something, they only can say that we listen and we will obey. And this is exactly the story of Ibrahim. And I will give examples inshallah on the khutbah of the Eid that shows how much Ibrahim he submitted to his Lord, sometimes not understanding why. Sometimes in difficult circumstances, leaving his wife and his newborn in a place that Ibrahim himself he described uncultivated. بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي زَرْعٍ. There is nothing to eat, there is nothing to drink either, and he's leaving them with a half bottle of water, and he leaves them in that place, and he goes submitting to Allah. The second one is when he gets the order from Allah to kill that son, to kill Ismail, and he submits to his Lord. And that's how Allah he has changed Ismail by a kabsh. So the story of the Hajj, we really need to understand it. We need to live the Hajj in every single day of our life. We need to understand the lessons and the educational lessons from the Hajj and apply them truly in our life. So as I say, inshallah ta'ala, we will continue on the same topic on the khutbah of the Eid, where we are going to show how much submission Ibrahim had. And the power of the dua. He raises his hand, asking Allah Azza wa Jalla, رَبَّنَا لِيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ فَاجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. And years and years and years and many centuries after, people are still going to the same place. People are still responding to the call that Ibrahim has made many years, many centuries before the Prophet. So we will continue on the same topic on the day of the Eid. So Allah ينفعنا بما سمعنا ويعلمنا ما ينفعنا إنه لذلك والقادر عليه. قل قولي هذا واستغفر الله.